3, good day.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to this VAC stream number 2 with this Virtual Air Canada Crossfire with the Vancouver and Edmonton FIR. I've got with me Daniel. Welcome, Daniel. So, welcome on board. We're going to get underway very shortly here. We just got to the gate with our Q400. And me and Daniel will be sharing the duties today for our flight to Kelowna and then on to Edmonton. So we'll each be doing a leg as we would in normal pairing operations, normal flights. Usually the captain does one leg and the first officer will do the other. So pretty bumpy into Vancouver there. Thank you, Ryan, for the heads up. We'll try to manage as we make our first leg today to Kelowna. So Ryan is coming in from Victoria, good to know. So just west of Vancouver. We know there's some bumps, so good. Hope everybody's doing very well this afternoon. It's been a beautiful day today, so let's hope you had a great Saturday, and we just hope that your Saturday evening will be even better with us. Daniel, anything you want to add to that?
Nope, just want to do my introduction as well. Good afternoon, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. We appreciate the PIREP, Brian. We'll definitely consider that on our climb out. Like Bruno has mentioned, we've already met up in the briefing room, and we've talked about our flight plan, about our fuel, about the NOTAMs around the airport. So other than that, we just got to the airplane. In just a minute or so, we'll just climb on board and start getting set up. Just got to the airplane. The airplane came in from Kelowna a little while ago, so it's our turn to bring it back there. And we'll make it spend the night in Edmonton. So if you'll just join me on board, we'll get this show on the road.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Dan. All right, so we'll just walk up to the airplane here. We'll get ourselves settled in. Dan will be the one flying us to Kelowna. So I'll actually just set my bag real quick right down here, as I would. Make sure everything is top shape on my side, and then I'll go very shortly for the rock around.
Alright, so while Bruno's here doing his walk around, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of flows on my side, set up my screens, my displays, make sure that everything is kosher and everything is up and running, looking good. And I'll also set up the flight plan since it is going to be my leg operating. And then from there we're just going to go ahead and start doing some checklists, go over some procedures, and we'll just coordinate and cross-reference everything to make sure that everything is good to go.
Right, perfect. So welcome. We've got Biohaz in Victoria Ground. Thank you very much. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Mr. Crockett, hello guys. And of course there's a few followers as well that just came in. So 10 Septembre, merci. Biohaz 3 minutes ago as well. Well, this one's gonna be hard for me. Jerry Ricky, thank you for the follower. The OG Big Smoke, thank you very much for the following as well. Ethan7878, Moose YYC, welcome. Thank you all for the followers. I might have missed a few there, but thank you very much. Your follows do mean a whole bunch. So going around here, looking at a walk around per se on a normal Q400. I'll be straight up, I've never flown the Q4. I was on the on its smaller, older brother, the 100-300 series. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Jay Ricky. I really screwed up your name. I appreciate the smileys there. I'll try to make it up to you. So, which is essentially the same type rating in Transport Canada's point of view, but operators around the world usually operate it as two different types, as my previous operator did. So there's a few things that I might do that are more from the older generation of the Dash 8, the 100, 300 series. But that's just the way I'm used to doing things. So, anyways, just going around, making sure the angle of attack indicator there, or not the indicator, but the fin there is good. The props are all, the probe heat are all uncovered. Nothing's really blocking it as well. Making sure that nose wheel is all clear. I would go underneath and check that out. Obviously, you want to check the radome and the windshield. And somebody's sitting in my seat. Bonjour from Jazz209. Well, welcome to the party, Jazz209. Hopefully your ride is smoother than Ryan's. So do you get the pleasure of flying this beauty in real life? I did not. Like I said, I flew the 100, 300 series, which was older, a little smaller, and a little bit less powerful. So I had time to think on the climb out and on the approach. But as I said, it's the same type rating, so some companies around the world do operate the Classic and the Q with the same pilots. Some bigger operators try to distance the two, because there's some things that are similar and some other things are quite different, even though it's kind of the same airframe and same philosophy. So again, just going around, making sure that all the probes, everything looks kosher, the wheels, tires, things like that, they all look good. Wave at Dan while he's doing his checks there. Continue, make sure the... Hi there, Dan. Make sure the doors are all closed up, seals look good. Prop. Make sure that prop looks, those blades are really important. Make sure there's no cracks, no nicks from either rocks or any other type of debris. Make sure the engine intake is all clear as well. And we'll continue looking at the boots, which is the main de-icing system on the Dash 8 series. Nav light works. Looks good. Turn around, make sure all the ailerons, flaps, all the fairings look good. Static wakes are all there. Moving on to the nacelle. Main engine nacelle, you want to make sure that it's clean, no oil leak, no hydraulic fluid. Got turned right, northbound, arrivals into Vancouver, must be having a good time. I managed to escape most of it. Well, there you go. Perfect. So maybe some bumps in the lower altitudes, but seems to be fairly smooth, at least from you guys' point of view, as we climb up. Perfect. So we'll come to the main, right main. Again, same thing. You want to make sure that that is no bald spots on the tires. You want to make sure that they're not flat. They do take a beating, especially on those Dash 8s. You would take a look at the bypass door as well. If it's on the first flight of the day, we would actually open it, make sure that it is not obstructed. Continue walking around here again. Same thing on the other side. Look at the nacelle, make sure everything's clean. And I'll try not to walk in that prop. Door, again, looks good. Seals are good. And hey, Bruno! So people on VATSIM as well, saying hi. So, well, cheers to every single one of you guys out there. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday. As we continue, make sure that the tail looks good. The vertical stab as well. Everything is looking fine and dandy. I've been thinking of adding this plane to my fleet. Would you recommend it? I would 110%. Again, my personal opinion. Definitely would recommend it. It's very well made. I find it's probably the best regional airplane on P3D. What about you, Dan? What do you think?
Definitely, Q4 has hours and hours of fun to do. You could either do it single pilot or you could do it multi-crew. It is a fast little airplane, and it's definitely one that will challenge you, and you can go into big airports, you can go into small airports, and in my opinion, it's the best bang for your butt for regional flying.
There you go. So, and like Dan said, you could do what we're doing right now, which is basically do multi-crew. So have your best buddy hop on. Obviously, you both need the airplane, but hop on and actually know what it feels like to fly an actual airplane multi-crew on a simulator. So Josh says, hello, Dan and Bruno. Well, hello to you. Also,
hello to you, Josh.
We've got Colo Slabs that joined us with a follow 6 minutes ago. Thank you very much. Yule Lover, again, follow. Thank you very much. I tried to set up the pop-ups, but me being very good with computers, I was not able to get them going on time. So I'll do the shoutouts by voice, and then hopefully, if we do get a another stream going, then those pop-ups will be readily available. But I'll try to get a shout out to every single one of you guys that that do join us, that do click that follow button. Thanks, Josh, for that follow. It means a lot to everyone here at VAC. So again, we make sure that the exhaust, make sure nothing blocks it. The flaps look good. Make sure those fairings look good. Dan's voice doesn't sound anything like Ron Swanson, which just disappoints me greatly.
It's not the voice that's important, it's the mustache that counts.
There you go. All right, well, thank you, Mr. Crockett, for your follow. It means a whole lot to the whole team. And there you go. Like Dan said, he's rocking that mustache. If you've... I'm sure Dan will be able to post that picture of his mustache on either Instagram or maybe our Facebook page so that everyone can like and share. Boot looks good here. Nacelle looks good. Excellent. Look at the prop. 6 blades, eh? Isn't that a beauty? I only had 4 blades, so... makes a bit of a difference. Makes a bit of a difference on the speed, and obviously most of it is noise reduction as well. So we'll step back in. There we go. And there's nice bright lights going. So Dan's been doing his portion while I've been talking and blabbing about different things. He's got the airplane.
Just set up your displays there. You could adjust them as you're liking, just so.
Perfect.
Things like that don't do anything.
So if you want to quickly walk through what you did with
Sure.
me when you're ready.
So pretty much when I walked in, I just kind of sat down in my seat to make sure that all my displays were up to where they wanted to be as far as brightness goes. I put my bag away. I made sure that there's no snags wrong with the airplane, and the snag is pretty much something that could be broken or something that needs to be brought up with maintenance, and they would check to see if it's under MEL, etc., etc. So far, the airplane's in perfect condition. I put up my status page here with the electrical, so I have we know that we're on DC power. Make sure the batteries are okay, and my EHSI just made sure that everything is good. I did set up the FMS, the box that we call it here in the plane, and in a little bit Bruno and I will do a little bit of briefing. We'll just make sure that all the numbers that I put in are correct and all the routing that I put in is correct, and from there we'll do a briefing, get our clearances, and we'll be out of here.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dan. So we've got the real shock woof. Dan's description of the procedures for a VAC flight includes, I put my bag away. This is everything I ever wanted in a stream. There you go. I just pulled into your guys' right. So there's Ryan off our right. Oh, look at that queue. He's waiting for ground power. He's got that one engine still in feather. There it is. So ground power just got connected. And we also have a nice little RJ right next to Ryan. So gate 33. Did I miss anything in the chat? You guys have to let me know if there's a questions I missed. Also, let me know how the sounds are. We don't have ATC going just yet. It's just me and Dan. Once we get ATC coming, I'll let you guys let me know what the noise looks like. Mix is good so far. Thank you, Mr. Crockett. La Canadian Goose, thank you for the follow. Greatly appreciate it. So good evening, everyone. Bruno and Dan, could you explain shortly how the MGC control panel works in regards to the DAA and what you would put in the forward and aft? Let's see if I can bring it up. The control MGC control panel.
While you were walking around, I kind of put it up on my. I took the master, but I can give you the numbers for you to. Well, there shouldn't be any audio for the MJC.
No, it's because they didn't hear me talk. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to duplicate this. There we go. I know, boys. I'll be with you in a minute. This is work in progress, as you can see here. The stream thing is still a little fairly new to myself, but if you guys give me a minute, we can probably get things figured out. So how about that? Audio is still good. Perfect. See?
Cool.
We're good. So what I did basically is looking at the baggage section is you could either add the weight, or the DAA is the amount of units you would have. So one bag or of some sort. So I added 690 pounds of bags in the aft, and that's with 23. So a good ballpark for the Dash 8 is what we used at my old operator was 30 pounds per bag or per person that we would put in the bags, and then so you could use 23 times 30 gives you the mass. Obviously, you have the max, so it's about 1,000 pounds, a bit less for the forward cargo. Forward cargo in the Q400 was usually reserved for either overflow from the back and or else it was just the crew bags for the flight attendants and the pilots that would be in the what we called the closet, which is the front, and then everything would go in the back. And then passenger section, you would break that down as per sections, and if you do calculate, then you would calculate the weight and balance for you. So that's basically how that would work. What is your guys' ETA for push? We're aiming for what, 15 minutes, Dan?
Yeah, in about 15 minutes. We planned it at 21:35 Zulu, plus or minus, depending on if everything gets done on time. But I think we'll be all right for another 15 minutes.
Yeah, we should be good. Looks like we're I know I'm stretching the sauce here a little, but yeah, should be fairly good for that. Then La Canadian Goose, where do you guys get your education to become a pilot? So I went to Moncton Flight College, did the diploma program, graduated in 2010.
And for me, I kind of been in and around everywhere. I started young and started in the Welland area in southern Ontario, and I started my flying there back in 1999. I did some flying there for a little bit until I went off to school in the States, and it was a military preparatory school that had flying. So I would go to it would be pretty much a high school. I would do classes, and I would go flying 2-3 times a week there. Graduated from there, went to university in the States. Indiana State University had a aerospace technology program. I got accepted there. Completed more of my flight training, private, instrument, commercial, multi-engine instructor. Did some instructing there. Got onto the King Air over there. Got some time with that. Graduated from university there with a Bachelor of Science in Aerospace Technology as professional pilot. And that was about 2007, 2008. Came back to Canada looking for a job in 2008. We were a little bit slow, but I went to Moncton in 2009, and I was able to convert my licenses from the US to Canadian standards, and I was a flight instructor for a little bit of time in Moncton at the time. So I flew a little bit with Bruno, but not much. I had my own students, and then from there, left Moncton, came to Montreal in 2008, 2009, 2010. Slow time in the aviation peak. Got a job in Montreal, the ramp, as a lead. So I continued my progress there, and unfortunately, I got a little bit too comfortable in my position, and still working as a lead. However, flying has taken a back seat, if you will. But I still have lots of experience, and I enjoy it, and I use the sim as a tool to keep sharp. Maybe one day I'll get back into flying.
There you go. Well, that's a pretty good experience still, nonetheless. And I'm going to stop you guys right there. We just got, and I'm going to thank our friend Frédéric Durand, who works in collaboration with FSIM Studios. And FSIM Studios has offered a 25% off code that is available from now all the way to the end of the stream. So if you guys want the new Kelowna scenery that they did, or even the Edmonton scenery they released earlier in, I believe, 2019, we're going to publish this code within the next 2 minutes, and you have until, I believe, the end of the stream. Am I right, Dan?
Yeah, that's right. Pretty much the entire stream. You can get your code and go get 25% off at FSIM Studios, courtesy of Frédéric Durand. And yeah, it's definitely good sceneries, good performance all around, very well made. Hats off to them.
So here we go, writing the code down. And anybody that wants to enjoy those sceneries, you get 25% off. We're going to try to write that code down in chat as we go along. But that's a way of thanking all of you guys to be here to support the channel, to support the VA. And it's just a small gesture, a big thank you once again to FSIM Studios and Mr. Durand for the codes. We really do appreciate that. But this shows how well and how nice of a community we've got here at VAC, and basically in the simulation community as well. So if you have any questions about Kelowna, let me know and I can answer any questions as we go. So I believe Alpha India Romeo is our good friend, Frederick.
That's correct.
There you go. So we've got 10 minutes to go before we push. So let's get back to business here. I'm going to go on my side of the FMS. I'm going to grab what Mr. Desjardins so kindly punched in. And for those of you who are wondering what I'm doing right now is basically the universal FMS in the Dash 8 series, in the Dash 8 100, 300 series, it was a post-mod. It was a post-modification as the airplanes were not produced with the FMS. So what happened is when they did the Q4, they essentially brought in the same box with better modifications to it, and stuck it into that airplane in order to keep a common type. That was one of the requirements by Transport Canada. And unfortunately, since it's a post-mod box, they don't speak to one another. So you could have one flight plan on the left side and one pilot thinking he's flying to Prince Rupert, and the other going to the other box could be flying to Kamloops. So they don't talk, they don't link, they each take data from the ADCs, so the box 1 takes it from the air data computer on 1. Box 2 obviously takes it from 2, and that's where it gets its data, but they don't talk one to another. So every time Daniel or myself are going to do a modification in the box, we're always going to do it on the flying side first, and then we would do it on the monitoring side second. So basically the flight plan's in there. We've got Vancouver to Vancouver VOR, CCAB, and
November
Kelowna.
723 Whiskey, Roger. Cleared to...
Perfect.
Did
we want to add the departures and arrivals down right away? Did we lose Daniel? Daniel, did I lose you? Daniel? Yeah, you're very low on your microphone. Still low. How Daniel went for a second walk around. Yeah, so we're gonna try to get that sound back.
I just kind of went head down for just to get some numbers and the ADIS and get the frequencies going. But,
there you go. Can we see the departures out of your window right now? Good question. We could probably see them. I believe they're taking off the 26s, so we're probably going to see a few zoom by. Alright, so yeah, if you want to get the ATIS, get the weather, we'll punch in the, we'll get a departure set up in there. So you can set it up all on your side and just cross it over to mine. And then we can continue on with the briefings.
Yeah, for sure.
Perfect.
I just got the ATIS printout here. Okay, Vancouver National Airport information kilo at 2100 Zulu, winds 210 at 18, gusting 24, 20 miles viz, few clouds at 2,700, few clouds at 4,700, few at 18, and scattered at 21,000. Temperature 16, dew point is 07 on 2994, so we're gonna put 2994.
Okay, 2994 set on the left.
2994 set on the right. I4 approaches 26 right, ILS 26 right, 26 left approaches, and we have departures running 26 left. We have information kilo.
Okay, check. All right, kilo down on my side.
Yeah, I got kilo right over here. Just finish up some stuff here. 21.7 actually. 21.7 there. We got the tower of 18.7. So I'm going to switch over to the ground frequency.
Perfect.
Or the delivery frequency.
Yep.
And we'll get clearance here, and then we'll do a briefing really quick.
When airborne, wind 190 at 18, gusting 24, Clifford.
Time 16, Calvin.
16 south. That's 8618. Cleared to Edmonton Airport by the Vancouver 1 departure. Flight plan route. Depart off runway 26 left, squawk 5143.
That's 8618. It's cleared to Edmonton via Vancouver 1 departure off runway 26 left, squawk 5143.
Alright, Bruno, when you're ready,
yep.
I got the frequencies.
Jazz 86.
I'm gonna go get our clearance,
push and start
and
at your
we can do a
discretion.
quick briefing
Contact
after
ground
that.
121.7 when ready for taxi.
Roger, push and start our discretion. Ground on 121.5 when ready to taxi. Jazz 8618.
Clarence clear, Canada 216, ready to copy.
Looks like
Gonna be busy.
looks like they're busy. Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
how's the ATC versus our voices, boys?
Jazz.
Always looking for
Air
some
Canada 416.
always looking for some feedback here. So Ryan's saying there's a strong crosswind. Perfect, perfect. Mix is good.
You under Air Canada 216, is that correct?
Yeah, Air Canada 216.
Thank you guys. Greatly appreciate it. So
Air
we're
Canada
just gonna wait to get a.
Clear to Calgary Airport by the Vancouver 1 departure, flight plan route.
Get a word in.
Off runway 26 left, squawk 5137.
And Bruno, for planning purposes, you did file the flight plan?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For the
Everything.
Calgary Airport via the Vancouver 1 departure as filed.
Everything's up there.
26 left and 5137, Air Canada 216.
Air Canada 216, read back correct. Push and start is at your discretion. Contact ground 121.7 when ready for taxi.
Look over Air Canada 216.
Delivery, good afternoon. Jazz 416 for our D34 information kilo IFR to Kelowna.
Jazz 416, Vancouver delivery, clear to Kelowna Airport by the Vancouver 1 departure, flight planning route. Depart off runway 26 left, squawk 5123.
Order Jazz 416 is clear to Kelowna. The Vancouver 1 departure flight plan route off runway 26 left and we're squawking 5123.
Jazz 416, read back correct. Push and start is at your discretion. Contact ground 121.7 when ready for taxi.
2117 for taxi, Jazz 416. Alright, so we got Kelowna, Vancouver 1, flight plan route 26 left and squawking 5123.
Alright, so let's get that in that box.
51.
I'll put 7,000 in the window.
23.
Since we got clearance.
23 set. Okay, that checks. So when you are ready, let's talk about the routing and we'll do a quick takeoff briefing here.
Yeah, I'll just get you to update the box first, so that
Yeah.
we can make sure that what we're briefing is in the
Sounds
box.
good.
Yeah.
So flight plan menu, depart runway 26 left, number 4. Enter. We are doing the Vancouver 1, number 3. Runway 26 left, number 1.
Perfect.
Flight plan. Take it.
Yeah.
When you're ready.
So let's go menu, Crossfield flight plan. There we go. And make sure navs. Yeah, we're gonna have to update that first nav page there. Sequence that correctly.
So, nav, we wanted.
Yeah, yours is good. It's because mine with the crossfill sometimes. That's one of the funky things with the universal box is, as I said, they don't speak.
Yeah.
So when you do crossfill, sometimes the your nav page is not going to be sequenced properly. So that's one of the catches you might have. All right, I'm all ears for the briefing.
Cool. All right. Takeoff briefing. We're going to be taking off runway 26 left, flaps 5, power 90, max 100. Vancouver 1 departure. We're going to be doing runway heading up to 7,000. Engine up procedure. It's going to be a level off at 1020. We'll put that on our MDA. And if we have an engine malfunction, we'll do a level off at 1,020 feet. We'll make a left turn heading 150, and then we'll sort out the problem.
Perfect.
We're at gate 34 now. For 26 left, we could either expect exit the apron on Juliet to join Hotel Delta, or we could either exit Golf or Echo to join Delta, and we'll taxi all the way down for runway 26 left.
All right.
Any questions?
Nope, that's all understood. So yeah, probably like you said, probably Juliet or Golf. Probably the two main there.
Sounds good.
That sounds good. Okay, perfect.
I got a
here. I'm gonna have to turn that on.
Gross weight of 62,302, and if we're looking at our flaps 5, 62, we don't have it. We're gonna have to take a 64.
Yep.
With a temperature of below 20, so that's okay. 0 on the density altitude, 64,000. We're looking at V1 133.
Yep.
VR 133.
Yep.
And V2 of 135.
Sounds good. I'll bug it on the left.
Flap 5, flap retraction speed is going to be 146, and our climb out speed is going to be 158.
Alright, 146. And the V climb for the engine out, we said, is 158. Nope.
Yeah, 158, yeah. So 133. Oops, 133. 133. 33, there we go, and 135. Cool.
So Alpha India Romeo says, makes me want to drop the A320 for the Q400 so badly. If only it had PBR and all the new goodies. Well, I assume Majestic's, I believe they said that they were going to wait for the first hot fix for version 5, and then they were going to drop an update. So that might come very soon. Although, you know, I'll never talk against the A320 family, nor the A330 family. But that's a personal preference. As you can see, Dan is also setting up the MDA there.
Yeah, that MDA is 1,000 feet above elevation, above airport elevation, so that kind of gives us our cue to try to flaps, do our climb power and all that stuff, and you'll hear that in our climb up procedures.
Yep, so that's the V-fry altitude, basically. Are you guys on a push or just taxi out? These are all swing gates, as they're called in Vancouver. The only push, so this scenery is a little outdated. It says 34 over here, but we're in theory, this is now 37 on the chart and in real life. The only pushback from this concourse is gate 35, which is that where the RJ is sitting right now. So that would be a pushback gate. The other ones are all swing gates, basically. And Crosswind basically says,
Crosswind.
Daniel, what's up? So Daniel has a new fan, or an old fan.
Alright, I think we're pretty good to close the door. I think we got our flight attendant here. She just gave us a thumbs up. The purser, Raquel, gave us a thumbs up, so we can close that door and be underway.
So let's get that. And we are going to go with before takeoff checklist to the line, please.
Before start,
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm way ahead of myself.
A little bit ahead of yourself. So let me go ahead and get that going here. Second, organization. All right, one more time. Before start checklist, DC power
is on and cross-checked.
Pressurization.
Set.
Passenger signs.
On.
Emergency lights.
Arm.
Fueling on light.
Is out.
Fuel.
Fuel, we're showing 6,300 and I'm just trying to find out the required, 6,288 required.
Alright, 6,300 pounds on board, 6,280 required. Trims.
Set.
Parking brake.
Checked, set and checked, sorry.
Power and condition levers.
Disc fuel off.
FMS and ACARS.
Set.
Flight instruments and avionics.
Set and cross-checked.
Set and cross-check. Takeoff briefing.
Is complete.
Before start checklist to the line complete.
Perfect. And we've got everything going. Are you guys ready to go? So are we... did I miss anything in the chat beforehand? Darn, I'm in the pushback gate. Yeah, sorry, Jeff. You're the one that's in the pushback gate. I think we're ready to go. Dan?
Yeah, fully ready to go.
Right.
We've been we'll just contact ground when we're ready to taxi. So let me just get the frequency and we can do our go.
Perfect. And below the line, your discretion.
Below the line. AP bleed.
Off.
Doors.
Doors closed, lights out.
Anti-collision.
Red.
And the transponder, I'll do it on my side, is going to altitude. All set. 4-star checklist, below line complete.
All right. Are we clear to start engine number 2? Clear on 2?
You're clear on 2.
And we are starting to.
Vancouver ground, Jazz 8618, ready for taxi.
Fuel.
Jazz 8618, Vancouver ground.
So the NH comes up, the RPM.
Runway 26 left, altimeter 2.
On a turboprop, very important to keep an eye on the ITT. You don't want to. The Q400 has a FedEx system which will give you extra protection with the overheat or hot start if you want, but the 300 series didn't, so you really had to be careful when you added the fuel. You needed good rotation there, so we got a good start. Cancel that master caution. A little bit of a lot of people on VATSIM here. And we are clear on 1, starting 1.
Runway 26 left, altimeter 2994. Taxi, Juliet, and hold to Lima for now.
Just kind of.
Juliet, short Lima, Air Canada 1188.
Vancouver ground, this is Jazz 412 requesting taxi. With information, Juliet.
Jazz 412 Vancouver ground, good day.
Excellent, 2 good starts.
2994.
Engines normal.
Taxi by Tango, Mike, Victor, Hotel, Delta, hold short 26 left.
So it's going to be Tango, Mike, Victor, Hotel, Delta for Jazz 412.
Alright, we're clear to disconnect external power.
Alright, so I'll go to services, GPU request. We're going to cancel that. Perfect. And let that machine ground power disappear. And once that's all clear, there's our clear to unfeather.
Alright, we are cleared to unfeather. We signaled our ground crew. Unfeather it is. And that beautiful PW 150 engine roars, basically.
Coming alive.
Yep. Alright. Continue on with the after start flow. So some of you may notice maybe some things that are more from the Classic than the Q. I do apologize. As I said, I used to be a Classic driver, so maybe some bad habits from the Classic. Let's go with the after start checklist, please.
After start checklist, DC power
is off and checked.
Anti-ice.
Set.
Air conditioning.
Yeah, kind of levy you can continue your taxi.
Is set.
Ox pumps.
Juliet, Hotel Delta, short 26
Auto feather.
Selected.
Confirm flap 5.
Flaps 5 confirmed, required set and indicating.
Rotor treble.
Is checked.
Steering.
On.
Yaw damper.
Is on.
Bolts, loads, and temps, it's on my side, and they are checked. Hydraulics are checked. Elevator, we're just checking on the overhead panel to see the elevator pressure light is out, which it is. De-ice pressure has been checked. Takeoff data is briefed and set, and power rating, please.
90 and top.
After start checklist complete.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's 414 Vancouver ground.
You shouldn't touch anything, guys, on the electrical bit of the overhead. You guys are stressing me out. What do we have here? We've got standby battery, main battery. Did I turned off the battery by mistake. That's my bad. It should be just the external power. So you are right. Yeah. Don't aggravate the AME. I'm sorry. What else did I miss? Don't mess this up, Bruno. I already did, but we're all good.
We already did mess it up.
And let's get, before we go, how's the volume with the engines running now? Are we still good? Bus tie forward. See, on the Classic, the bus tie would be off. But thank you, Patrick. And, yep, let's get the taxi clearance. Not on the QC. You guys are going to catch some stuff. Thank you.
Definitely. We are not Q400 masters, but
Bus
we
ties
will do our
stays.
best.
Yep. All right. Cool. So I learned something. I want.
So call for taxi.
Yes, please.
Right, coming up.
Vancouver, good afternoon, Jazz 416, stand 37 for taxi.
Jazz 416. Vancouver ground, good day, runway 6 left, altimeter 29994. I see there's a Jazz company you have right in front of you, but you can taxi Juliet Hotel Double Church 26 left.
Yeah, we copied the company traffic. We'll exit Juliet, join Hotel, and Delta for 26 left, Jazz 416.
You're clear right.
All right. Clear right and Juliet Hotel and Delta.
Yes, sir.
Here we go. I'm gonna flip around. Yeah, I'm sorry, Patrick. The batteries was my bad. That should have always stayed on.
Please prepare doors for departure.
Although,
Clear all the way around.
all the way around, perfect. But yeah, like I said, the bus tie was turned off on the Classic, so I don't know if it's a queue thing or an operator thing.
Because we're going Delta, making a right turn.
Welcome aboard Air Canada, and a special thank you to our super elite.
Yeah, we know exactly. Sorry about that. Follow the A320
Taxi?
and Delta.
My name is Amanda, and
Sorry?
I'm your service
Taxi?
director on today's
Late?
flight.
Yes, please.
Your crew is pleased to be of service
And we
in
were
English
cleared
and
before that
Spanish.
RJ, right?
Please
Before the
ensure
RJ,
your
yeah.
seat back
And we follow the
adjustable
queue?
are upright, and
We
your
follow the
seatbelt
queue.
is fastened.
What about the A321
Aisles
or
and
319? Sorry.
exits need to be clear,
We were told to
and
follow the
baggage,
company queue.
including large
All right,
electronic
follow the
If you want me to,
devices
if you want me to
such as
confirm, I
laptop
can confirm.
computers
No, it's all good.
must be safely stowed.
Just
Portable
keep that bit, right?
electronic devices will be set
That's
in
it.
the window. If your electronic device falls
All
in
right,
your seat,
negatory. Thank you. You
not
guys
move
fly
your seat or
for
try to
Music
retrieve
Airline?
yourself, as it poses
Used
a
to.
fire hazard.
Used to.
Notify your cabin crew immediately to ensure the safe retrieval of the device.
Jazz
Your
412,
safety is our
just
top
give way to the
priority.
Jazz, the company Jazz.
Please take a moment
Laid
to
off
watch
too?
the
No,
following
I moved
demonstration.
on a few years ago, Zedlin. I used to be on the Classic, and then I left for bigger things.
Juliet, ready for taxi.
Yeah, can I have 216 Vancouver ground, good day. Runway 26 up, altimeter 29994. You follow the Jazz Gavin 800 in front of you by Juliet Hotel Delta, Blue Short 26 left.
Okay, following the queue via Juliet Hotel, Delta, hold short 26 left, Canada 26.
Notre équipage est heureux de vous servir en anglais ainsi qu'en français. Veuillez redresser le dossier de votre siège, rangez votre tablette et attachez votre ceinture. Les couloirs et les sorties de secours doivent être dégagés.
So do we
Les
have?
bagages ainsi que les appareils
How many do we have in front of us? Do you know, Dan?
comme les ordinateurs
I
portatifs,
believe we
doivent
got
être rangés de façon sécuritaire.
3 or 4. We'll be number 4, I think. And Delta is right from the. Delta is cleared from the right.
Check, so clear right, and following on the left. Dan says 4, Mr. Crockett says we are number 5, so that jives. Thank you very much. And yeah, if we take a look left, wow, look at that lineup.
Yes, sir.
Thank you to all the ATC here in Vancouver, so the Vancouver FIR and the Edmonton FIR, both part of VATCAN on VATSIM Network. Thank you all for you guys. Saw the Q package freighter announcement too.
Following company 319, Jazz 426.
Company 319 has a Jazz. Did we get something that I don't know about?
ATC, the moment you're painted the same, your company. That's how that works.
That's right.
Yeah.
Green and green.
Yeah, hopefully, unfortunately, I think all of us that already got the letter are done for now anyways. Yeah, it's hard time in aviations. It's very hard. Hopefully we all make it through these hard times. Shout out to everyone that does work for an air operator through these difficult last months. FS Labs needs to add shared cockpit. Wouldn't that be amazing? I think that probably would make it. I mean, I think it's one of the best add-ons there are, but I think it would make it that much better. Then me and Dan would probably get would probably be divorced separately.
Yeah,
because we'd
get our own divorce.
He pilots are all good. Don't fret. Thank you, Patrick.
101180, Jazz 8618, and Jazz 412. You can also contact Tower 118.7, and I will have a safe flight. See ya.
Yep. Thanks, Fred, for the shout out there. We know that there's no video in the Q4. It's all done by hand and with a voice audio. And that's actually in the plans to add the express audio as well onto VA cars. So not only would you have a mainline audio, but you would also have the express brand audio playing with their different announcements.
At this time, your all electronic devices must be set to airplane.
Jazz 414 and Jazz 4 both also contact Tower now 118.7 with ya. 8744.
Features of this aircraft. Please review.
Oh, that's like 416. I think it got cut off. One on the Tower 87.
Jazz 416 affirmative. With ya.
Where's Tower 4? Jazz 416. Thanks for the ATC and for taking care.
No problem, and you have a great day.
Ditto.
Excellent.
Alrighty, Tower now 187. 1 on 1. We're monitoring on 1.
Excellent. Alright, so one that looks like a 320 or 319, then there's 1, 2, 3. We're the fourth queue in line.
Fourth queue in the queue.
Fourth queue in the queue, yeah. And that's how. Pretty impressive. What a turnout.
Definitely. Thank you all, air traffic controllers, VATSIM pilots, VAC members, anybody who's new to the stream. Welcome, and we hope we're not watching this enough for you guys to leave, but we're happy to have you here, definitely.
Will West 43, welcome to the party. Thank you for the follow. And
Air Canada 472, welcome to Vancouver. Contact ground 12.
Just landed in Prince George. Hopefully your flight was good there, Mitch. Did I guess we're all gonna follow each other on the left,
Tower
right?
Jazz 412, we'll see you in sequence for 261. Number 2.
And yeah, before takeoff, your discretion.
Alright.
Yeah, and Gunny McFilljoy there, or McIljoy. In other words, our resident Q400 pilot. Q taxi speeds out of, never out of disk, that is so true. Same thing with the Classic, really. Which payware airport are we on? We're on the FS Dream Team Vancouver Airport.
Before takeoff, cabin is secured, EGWS is on, flight attendants are advised, and we're holding at the flight controls, unless you want to do that now once we're stopped.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Air
Sure.
Canada 216 on Delta behind the landing queues.
You have control, you can do your flight controls.
Yeah. Flight controls are checked, flight taxi switch is on flight, and the caution lights are checked. Just a parking brake. Before takeoff checklist to the line is complete.
Check.
Jazz 4
Alright, so one on the runway, one just short.
Yeah, one went right past the whole short line.
Looks good. Sounds so good. Perfect. Yeah, dang it, I bought both of them already. I did too, but for all the members that did not buy the FSIM Studios, or FSIM Studios? FSIM Studios. There you go. Thank you, Dan. We do have a promo code right now that's valid for the duration of the stream. VAC event. It's just been written down in the chat there by our good friend Mr. Durand. You could get that 25% discount there. Again, valid until the end of the stream. I'm actually a 175 driver. Yeah, little Emperor driver with us. But I'll make fun of the old jazz guy. Thanks, Matthew. I know you'll always have my back. And hopefully I'll have a layover in the same place you will. Maybe grab another cold one. I missed the spoiler setting. When is that done? It's done right before the lineup on the runway. It's the before takeoff flow by the first officer, just right before we line up. Your boards are up. I know, that's another classic thing maybe, but we used to put them up right before lining up.
There's going to be clear the lineup in white for Air Canada to Jazz 412.
We do it on the Q2. There you go. So see, I'm not all that off.
Nobody's perfect.
No. Now, the big question is, will I be able to fly with a yoke now that I'm used to the side stick for the past 2.5 years?
You have a whole leg to figure that out. I got this.
Gunny G's, go back to your Brazilian. And a guy warned me about over tower frequency at Vancouver once. Yeah.
Boards are up.
Obviously you want the boards up after you've done the flight control checks, or else you're not going to be able to check the indicator properly. But once the flight control check is done, flick it on, you won't forget it. There is a trigger that if you do forget it, when you add power, it flicks on. But the proper way of doing it is right before lineup, putting the boards up, and off you go. What runway is planned in Kelowna? We're landing southbound, so we're going to be joining the Okanagan from the north in the Vernon area, and we're planning to be landing runway 16, I believe.
16 is correct.
Perfect. The boards was an inside joke. I gotcha. So, jeez, that's crazy.
Yeah. I guess we're all going in the same place. I guess we need some separation.
Who's anybody behind us? Oh, there's. See, I'm not the only one with the boards up. I'm just joking. I'm tired of holding the brakes. Park brake on.
Contact Vancouver arrival 128.61 airport with 118 adjusting 24 for takeoff.
There's going to be clear for takeoff and 28.6 on departure. Jazz 412.
That's good. Excellent.
So that guy should start going. He's going to go.
Park brake off.
Check.
Perfect. Again, gotta stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
It's important when you're flying.
With 118 adjusting 24 line up and wait runway 26 left line. Line up and wait 26 left transport 4.
Nope, that's right, Patrick. Don't have to worry it on the 300 series. There's no flight taxi switch. How's the 100 handles in a 20 knot gust from the left? Well, flying into Grindstone, which is all the way in the east side of Canada, with where the current normal winds are about gusting 25, it works. Obviously, it gets tossed around a little, but the 100 was pretty good in a crosswind most of the time. If you remembered something. And there's not many 100s left at Express anymore. I think they're all gone.
Maybe a handful, if not anything.
I think with
on
the
West
whole.
Coast?
No, I think they're all gone now with
Maybe.
the reduction of the pilots and everything.
Could be. Maybe they're being converted into cargo as well.
Mm. Anybody on final? No, they're probably landing on the other side.
Charlie 1499, holding short, 26 left.
Guy at flight safety was saying as a joke, long runway, they went down the runway with half power, the boards never
Ready
came
for
down,
takeoff.
and half the airport was getting excited watching the dash go up with spoilers. Like,
Good afternoon. That's 10 minutes late. Jazz 414, contact Vancouver arrival 128.6, wind airborne with 100.08.
Yeah, four of the 100s got parked in North Bay. Yeah, I think the plan is.
just about ready to go here.
Yeah, I'll concentrate on that.
Sterile.
Alaska 2 Bravo uniform, welcome to Vancouver. Contact ground 121.7. Goodbye.
Contact ground 121.7. Have a good day. Let's go to Bravo uniform.
Just 416 we're holding in position. 6 left.
Jazz 416 Vancouver Tower, good afternoon with 100.08, gusting 24, line up and wait runway 26, left 9, company traffic.
Line up and wait 26 left, Jazz 416.
And below the line.
Below the line, transponder is... Yeah, transponder.
HS 94, almost established, on pushing traffic.
Go. Slowly.
Jazz 94 Vancouver Tower, good afternoon with 100.08, gusting 24, clear line on.
Transponder?
Set.
Ice protection.
Is set as well.
Leads.
I'm in.
And the lights.
To go.
Checked.
Put on the park brake. Your control.
Sorry, can you pause the last message?
I have lights, I have radios.
Check, thank you.
Jazz 94, winds 100.18, gusting 24, clear line runway 26 right.
President, Jazz 94.
Work, contract, work, layoffs, work. Yep, that sounds about a normal conversation.
Just like about it.
Jazz 416, contact Vancouver, arrival 128.6, wind airborne, wind 100.18, gusting 24, clear for takeoff, runway 26 left.
28.6 in the air, we're clear for takeoff, runway 26 left, Jazz 416.
Ready?
Yep, enjoy. Have a good one.
Well, I'm here with you.
$70 knots.
Check.
V1, rotate.
Tower count 216, holding short on Delta 26 left.
Gear up.
Air Canada 216,
Gear up. Heading, alt cell.
With 100.08, gusting 24, line up away, runway
Alt cell.
Vancouver departures, get air, Jazz 416, we're airborne, 800 feet in the climb.
Jazz 416, identifying climb 7,000.
Climbing 7,000, Jazz 416.
Jazz 414, turn left
Flap 0,
heading
climb power after takeoff
080.
checks, please.
Flap 0.
080, turn 44.
Climb power. After After takeoff checklist coming up.
Thank you. I'm gonna put on the AP. Pitch hold.
Check.
I'm gonna set IAS to 190.
After takeoff checklist, landing gear is up, lights out, flaps are 0 set and indicating. And flight attendant?
We're gonna keep seated for now and just
Jazz 414, proceed
clear
direct Yannick on
back
course.
on course.
Alright, holding at flight attendant.
Thank you.
Jazz 416, climb 9,000.
Climb 9,000, Jazz 416.
Jazz 414, contact Vancouver
9,000
Center
confirm
on
also.
132
Confirmed.
9 there.
1329, Jazz 44.
Jazz 416, turn left heading 170.
A left turn 170, Jazz 416. So, Matt says, that really a smart idea to have the park brake on with an active runway? Yeah, maybe not, but that's the only way to make sure that when we transfer control in the sim, it works properly. So, there it is. Jokes on the SMS. Hate paperwork. Yeah, I might file an SMS report. I'll send it straight to you, Matt.
Yeah.
Alright, putting on the ice kit here.
Cool.
Plus 15, but we're going to be climbing and it's probably going to start accumulating shortly.
Yeah, exactly.
Jazz 416, turn left heading 080.
A left turn 080, Jazz 416. 080, sir.
080.
Jazz 416, climb 16,000.
Climb 16,000, Jazz 416.
Code departure good air Canada 216, 1,900 off 26 left.
16,000.
Air Canada
Confirm
216,
also.
identified,
Confirmed.
climb 7,000.
Super.
7,000 Air Canada 216.
Jazz 416,
Figured it was a sim.
proceed
Yep.
direct C-Cab on course.
Confirm left turn C-cab on course, Jazz 416.
Jazz 416, A-firm.
Roger.
CCAB 6 confirm.
Insert. And I'll do it on my side.
Direct CCAB and I'm gonna take L now.
I really need to try this shared cockpit. Yeah, it's once you get it going, it's a little, well, it's not very hard to set up. Sometimes you have to.
I think the setting up is the easiest thing in the world.
It's one of the easier ones to set up for sure. 10,000 feet. Lights are out. Pressurization's through 200 feet. Ignition's norm and the belts.
The belts were above the clouds. We can release the flight attendants and the passengers.
Belts are off.
Air Canada 216, climb 9,000. Turn
All
left
right.
heading 170.
Let's maybe get the weather radar
Left
going.
heading 170 and 9,000 Air Canada 216.
Jazz 416, contact Vancouver Center on 132.9 there.
32.9 with Vancouver Center, Jazz 416. Good evening. Alright, 32.9. I'll close the report as I talk to their crew as they followed proper SOP procedures. Thank you very much, Matt. Vancouver Center, good evening. Jazz 416, 12.7 in the climb for 16,000.
Jazz 416, Vancouver, hello, climb, flight level 190, welcome aboard.
Climb flight level 190, pleasure's all ours, or Jazz 416.
190 blue, I'll cell confirm.
Confirmed.
Super.
And route 1001, via Apple, you're cleared the RNAV X-ray runway 16 approach. Yeah, Ablauf, clear the RNAV, X-ray 16 from Chenoa.
Okay.
That voice.
Yep. Bit of weather ahead there.
We'll check it out. We'll keep an eye on it.
Here.
Hopefully we'll climb above it.
Trick is to play with the tilt.
Tilt.
See what that gives us. Yeah, you don't need the same scenery, although it is recommended because you're not going to see the same things. Also, some sceneries might have different variations in elevations, things like that. So it's always recommended, but not a must, to have the same scenery.
That's going to be LS Zulu 416, Josh, 4112.
Okay, so ILS 16 Zulu. Looks like they're advertising that.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it's not even in there.
No, do you want me to add it in?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yep, okay.
Just keep an eye on the weather here. Deviate is if required.
Flight plan. We're gonna go to Kelowna. Menu. Don't really need to select it. 16. CCAB 4 arrival. Runway 16. And then the ILS Zulu.
Zulu.
Via the Datbo intersection. Flight plan. So make sure all of that is in there. So CCAB, everything's there. Perfect. And what I'll do is I'll crossfill.
Vancouver Center, good afternoon, Air Canada 216 passing 4000.
Air Canada 216, Vancouver Center, hello, climb level 350.
Sequencing is good.
350, Air Canada 216.
And 7 there. Perfect. Looking good. I'll print off the weather.
Yeah. I'm looking at the radar, looking outside. We're going to be staying to the west of that.
Tower 119.6, bye-bye.
Tower 19.6, Encore 3328, thanks, ATC.
Crossfill, nice. Got the deluxe model. Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't want to work that hard. Transition 2902.
Transition 2902 set.
Perfect. Uh-oh. Encore's out. Get ready to slow slow down behind them. Uh-oh. Yeah, they're not going to cancel the IFR. So Kelowna Airport information is now November, Dan. That's based on the 2157 weather, so that's about 20 minutes old. Automated observation. Winds.
1188, reduce speed 250 knots.
200 at 28, gusting 34. 9 statute miles, few clouds at 10,000, temperature of 16 degrees with 2978. So I'll put that in the standby.
We're now established on the RNAV Yankee. Can we have correction X-ray? Can we have the altimeter again? Roger, altimeter 2978.
And when ready, approximately 850, and we'll take the cruise at
there you go.
236.
It's power set.
Sir, 236. Plug it on my side, and we'll get there.
What are we doing here? 0. Yeah, we're gonna be in it. Is there any way we can divert a little more? Let's check out. Doesn't look too bad.
Vancouver Center, Jazz 422 with you in the climb, passing 12,000 for 16,000. We're 39 nautical miles from Chinook.
Jazz 422 Vancouver Center, hello, climb level 170. Correction, sorry, climb 17,000.
17,000 for Jazz 422.
And you said our cruise speed was?
236.
Indicated, perfect.
Indicated, correct.
That's bugged. A few of my buddies fly there. It's always computer this, can't be early that. Computer on, say no. What keys do you have set up for switching in chase plane? I use the numpad. You can configure chase plane with the numpad itself. Just make sure you delete all the keys from the numpad in your P3D or FSX controls, or else that might affect the airplane itself. But if not, then the numpad works great. Either to look ahead or on the side there. It's really a nice product, that chase plane. So that's what I've got my keys binded to. So we're coming up on CCAB, which is the initial fix on the star. Let's see if I can get the there you go, charts here. So we're planning the CCAB for arrival, which Dan is gonna go through in a few minutes.
1188 cross Gatineau at 8,300.
So we're gonna go from CCAB to Almam, etc., etc. Something you want to be careful when you're flying in places like Kelowna, Kamloops, if I dare say Castlegar, is terrain, and you want to have a good reference, a good situational awareness of that terrain and where you are at all times. On a day like today, where right now we're starting to become IMC, then it's very important to make sure you follow those altitude restrictions and you're well on your track. I'm just gonna put that seatbelt on, Dan.
Yeah,
because we are. Man,
we're hovering on the limit, but
yeah, we're right on that limit.
We'll keep it on just in case anything does come about. We'll be ready.
Chris755 says hello. Well, welcome yourself. Hello there. Hope you're having a good time.
If you got a quick second, put some nice little accumulation on the boots there. I'm looking back. And if you want to just pop the kit, have the kit on at least.
There you go. Boots are popping. Perfect. And I'll go with, before you do anything, I'll do your avionics cross check for you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I was just about to call for that. You read my mind.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set up 11.3 on our nav frequencies, 1 and twice. There we go. We don't have any NDBs or any VORs we need to set up, so that'll be fine. I'm gonna go on switch nav source on my side, set up the course already, so a course of 159, which we're gonna take a look at in a minute on the plate once we do the briefing. So there, 159, perfect. I'll go back to the FMS. Set those to off, and are we? Yeah, do you want to go ahead heading for a minute, buddy?
Yep.
Perfect. So what I'll do?
Heading select.
Perfect. I'll go to ILS on his side. Make sure I select the course, and I'll set up 159 as well, so that when he's ready to capture the ILS, he can just switch it over. His course is already set. Set that back to FMS. Nav is available.
Your count 1188 speed restrictions. Time to resume regular speed.
Perfect.
Alright, check for lunch.
So that is done. You can hold the format button and change the course without going to heading and all of that. See, another thing I learned. You guys on the queue all had this fancy stuff, and I'm stuck in my 1989 Q300. Wasn't even a Q300. That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Old school.
Plan the ILS Zulu runway 16 approach.
Alright, Bruno, when you're ready, I guess we can go for an approach briefing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull up my charts here, and I'll be right with you. All right, you can go.
I'm actually, yeah, let's look at the arrival first.
Yep.
We're taking the CCAB 4 arrival, page 10-2 Bravo, effective 26th of March. CCAB 4, inbound CCAB, there's a restriction at or above 9,800 at Almam. Pilma, VVEC, another restriction, max 210 at 9,500. But if we look at the descent planning, aircraft planning, the ILS Zulu runway 16 or the RNAV Zulu runway 16 or any of the RNAV approaches for runway 16, mandatory altitude at VVEC is not applicable.
Perfect.
Actual descent clearance will be directed by TC, so we will keep an eye on that.
Check.
So we do still have that speed restriction of 210 at VVEC.
Air Count 1188 via
Dadbo is also a max
ILS
restriction of 210. We have Darude, and we can then switch to the ILS Zulu runway 16 plate
contact Vancouver
on page 11-3, effective 10th of October.
128.6.
The localizer India Lima Whiskey is 110.3, approach course of 159. On the glide slope, we'll be crossing 4.3 at 2,870 feet with an ILS DME decision height of 1,660 feet on the barometric pressure.
Check.
Touchdown zone elevation is 1409 and the minimum safe vector around all quadrants is 8,800 feet.
9,800, Kelowna altimeter 2979.
We'll be coming in from the Dadbo initial approach fix with a minimum altitude of 8,300 feet and max 210. Taking in the ILS, we're going to be going down to again 1,660 feet. We need 1 mile of visibility for all the approach. We'll be looking for the Mauser approach lights on the Papillon on the left hand side. Missed approach procedure. Do not exceed 250 knots until EPRIP. Climb on track 159 to EPRIP. Climbing right turn track 216 to Vepo.
Thank you. I'll stop you right there. Roger will cross Alnam 9,800 feet or above. We'll plan the ILS Zulu runway 16 for Jazz 416. Sorry about that, buddy.
No worries. I kind of missed that on my part. Then the climbing right track 227 to 9,000 to Messier as required. Shuttle climb. And in there it's going to be a direct entry right turns at Messier. Any questions on the approach?
Nope, it's all understood.
Super. We will actually kind of add really quick on the rollout landing runway 16. We'll plan at Charlie, and I think we're planning gate 6. I think.
Check.
And that concludes my briefing.
Excellent. It's all understood.
Super.
So I'm just glad these guys actually know what they're doing. Other people are trying to fly this all do kind of weird stuff. Yeah, we're trying, like, leaving the auto feather on the entire flight for some reason. Hate to have the prop feather. Not feather at flight level 250. Yeah, that's
I
memory item.
I swear I saw it come off, but I don't know.
No, it's not on. He's just saying some people would do that. Yeah, we could break a VAC record tonight. Oh, wouldn't that be sweet?
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
Oh boy, that briefing reminded me of a very musical Canadian airline. Oh, how I love VAC. Yeah.
Well, we love you too.
Perfect. I agree. Thank you, Scud Runner.
We enjoy having you guys here, and I'm actually happy to be bringing up all these features, live streaming for you guys. The interaction with the community that we have is incredible. Our Discord has been through the roof, getting a lot of requests, and
Jazz 414 reduced speed,
a lot of interaction with the community, and for me that's the most important thing.
Did you set up the VNAV there, Dan?
Did not. I'll do that right now.
Just so that we don't
miss anything.
So you're going 120?
No, I'm sorry, my bad.
They wanted us at or above 9,800 feet.
Okay,
at or above, yeah.
Okay, so we'll still plan for VVEC.
Okay.
At 9,500.
Got 1188, contact tower, no,
1,500 feet is good.
Yep.
Okay, 1,500 feet.
And center,
that shit, you guys, you're being bored. This is really cool, guys. Well,
I got 32 miles.
Perfect. Happy to have you aboard.
Affirmative, cross Pacific at 9, correction, sorry, cross Dapo at 8,300.
What? I want my coffee. What do you mean I can't have my coffee with the seatbelt sign on?
Jazz 412.
Well, when the seatbelt sign on, most of the airlines, it's at the discretion of the flight attendants. So, if they're doing their service or not, that's out of our hands. We're just trying to be safe. I was joking. Yo, I need my brew too, buddy.
77 repeat 12,000 for 16,000.
And Scud Runner saying Dash 8 Montreal guy, you're being bored. This is really cool, guys. Well,
We're climbing to 50270 for Air Canada 3977. Thank you.
Alright, Vancouver Tower here. Thanks for flying out Vancouver. We hope to see you again. Hope you'll have us again.
Definitely. We enjoy these events, and more ATD the better. The more fun it is for us, the more fun it is for you guys, I hope.
Center, good afternoon. It's Sunwing 410 with you, 14.6, climbing 16,000.
Sunwing 410, hello, Vancouver Center, climb flight level 270.
270, Sunwing 410.
Lots of liquids here to keep it going.
Good day, West at 19er said.
We are at 19,000, we gotta stay hydrated.
Yep.
West at 196 Vancouver, hello, climb flight level 370.
370, West at 1 exit.
Jazz 414 across Dapo 8,300.
Well, no, you get no coffee and you have to wear a mask.
Jazz 414.
Don't forget the latex gloves.
Yeah, no kidding.
Negative 8,300.
Yeah, hard times we're living through.
Say again, Jazz 414.
Jazz 414 across Dapo.
I didn't take a look how much traffic is there around the
8,300, Jazz 414 at Dapo.
Kelowna area. Wow, there's quite a bit.
Jazz 416, reduced speed 200 knots.
200 knots for Jazz 416.
Alright, so...
Sign speed 200.
Sign speed at 200.
Wow, sequencing into Kelowna, boys. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Amazing.
That's really good. And it's not because Encore decided to slow down and not cancel the IFR.
VNAV trend is there, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Perfect.
We were cleared for 9,800. At or above 98.
Sunwing 410, turn left heading 360 vectors for space.
He did not give us lower yet, did he?
No.
360, Sunwing 410.
No, he just told us to plan, but I don't think he gave us lower. I can always
No, that's what I got as well out of it. So he would have yelled at us by now.
I would imagine so. How far are we from our descent point? 12 miles? I'll bug him in another 5.
Sure. No problem.
So I wonder how similar VATSIM traffic is to real life these days. Wouldn't be surprised at some points nowadays they're pretty similar. Actually, I think there was.
I got more on VATSIM.
There was a day there was more on VATSIM than there was actually in real life, which is quite amazing to see. Not surprising because everybody's at home. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna hop on the sim and off you go. And all the pilots are either reduced time block or out on the streets basically. And Vancouver Center. Jazz 416. Were we cleared lower? We just had to cross 988 or above, but I'm not sure we got a clearance altitude.
Alright, Jazz 414, cross Dapo 80,300.
Dapo at 8,300, Jazz.
Center Jazz. Vancouver Center Jazz 422, back with you. South Pacific.
Sorry, that was Jazz 416 calling earlier. Sorry about that. You're going to cross Dapo 8,300.
Okay, cleared to 8,300 Dapo, Jazz 416.
The Jazz calling before that, say call sign.
Jazz 422.
Jazz 422, go ahead.
So,
Jazz 422 with you.
8,300 you can put in the window. We'll be fine.
Jazz 422, cross Alnam at 9,800. You can plan the ILS Zulu for runway 16.
Alnam at 7,800. Jazz 422.
Confirmed.
And Jazz 422, plan the ILS Zulu for runway 16, altimeter 29er, 79er.
VNAV is we won't have a restriction at VVAC, so we can change it.
Sure, planning the ILS.
Yeah, if you want, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do VNAV. I'm gonna go to 2.
Air Canada 3977. Can we instead of have our flight of 1250?
That bow is gonna be
Yeah, no problem.
80.
Climb flight level
83.
Yep.
Okay, so 250 for Air Canada
1,500 feet of it down. That's gonna put us at 8 miles, so 1 minute.
And Subway 410, same for you, stop your climb at flight level 250.
Keep stopping the climb 250, sending 410.
Guys,
Hold
416,
cell,
reduce the
VNAV.
speed, 190 knots for basic.
190 for spacing, and we're starting down shortly. Jazz 416.
Right.
190.
Yeah, 190.
Speaking of speeds,
Feel like I'm flying into Toronto.
yeah.
Air Canada 216, contact Vancouver Center 133.7, bye-bye.
133.7.
Just had a grizzly bear approach me out of Prince George.
Contact Vancouver Center 133.7, bye-bye.
Really quick, Bruno.
Yep.
Things that we completely forgot about. Flaps 15 landing speed.
Yep.
With our weight of 60.6, we're looking at card of 62.
Yep.
VF 126, go around of 116.
Alright, 126 and 116. Check. And set.
I'm gonna keep the 190 bug here, but I'm gonna put my other one at 116.
Good. Dan, bad news. Someone took your gate. Well, that's fine. We'll find another one.
All this time, all this coordinating, I have to wait for another gate.
Yeah.
It is the day.
I'd rather have
Air Canada 3977, Kelowna altimeter.
rather have many members join us than have our own gate.
That's it. That's it.
Cross land the ILS Zulu for runway 16, Air Canada 3977.
As long as they don't put us away.
Air Canada 3977, cross Alnam at 9,800.
Alman at 8,000 for 3977.
Jazz 412 via Dapo, clear the ILS Zulu runway 16 approach.
At Dapo, that's going to be clear for the ILS Zulu, Jazz 412.
VNAV profile or VNAV is alive. VNAV path also.
Check.
Following 410, turn right direct C cab on course.
Right C cab on course, Sunwing 410.
And someone 410, correction, Kelowna altimeter 29er,
Alright, on our way down.
ILS Zulu for runway 16. Cross
Check your speed.
at 9,800.
Bringing it back.
Kilo planning ILS Zulu runway 16, 9,800 at Mom, Sunwing 410.
And there's not much weather, so I'll go back on terrain on my side.
I'll take it as well, please, if you don't mind.
Terrain on yours.
Thank you.
So we can pretty much see our flight path.
Jazz 414, speed restrictions are canceled.
As we're gonna fly into the Okanagan Valley. Like I said, we're joining from the north, so just a bit north of the Vernon area, if you're familiar, and follow all the way down the lake to Kelowna, basically. And
Jazz 416,
transition.
speed 170 knots for spacing.
Jeez Louise.
170 knots for spacing, Jazz 416. Yes, we're back into classic territory. So yeah, now I feel right at home. Actually, and the descent wasn't that bad.
But you probably never descend classic 170.
No, we would redline it to the 245. And transition before we forget on 2978 or 2978.
2978 set.
Jazz 416, turn left heading 360 for spacing.
Left turn 360, Jazz 416.
360 heading.
Jag.
Pitch hold. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take VS 1300.
Check. Throw the anchor out. Yeah, no kidding, eh?
Yeah.
Nice little tour of Vernon, I guess. Yeah, probably. But on this heading, though, we're more or less going towards Kamloops than we are going towards Vernon.
Scenic route.
Yeah, scenic route. Watch the speed. Yeah, our speed's good. 175. We're good.
Jazz 422, cross Dapo at 8,300.
Cross Dapo at 8,000, Jazz 422.
Sounds like somebody's watching our stream.
It does. There we go. Petit cast below. And I think there, that's Ryan. 5,000 feet below.
Yeah.
Still have 44 knots pushing us, more or less.
That's alright. I'm gonna reduce the vertical speed a little bit here.
Check.
Hello, Vancouver Center, Jazz 412, reporting inbound LS 256.
Since we are on, I guess we could leave it on FMS2 for now.
Jazz 412,
in case we can get resent.
Yeah, they might give you a direct somewhere.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave it as is.
Sounds good.
What are some advantages or quirks of the Q that make it special? You mean
it slows down really quick if you
290 left.
Yeah,
Canada,
for airlines, basically, just that it has a good.
3977, just check that again. It's 210 left.
It has a good speed ratio versus, and seating wise, seating capacity. It's a good airplane for regional flying. So it costs less than flying a jet just because it consumes less fuel. It's more fuel efficient. It's a little bit slower, but not that much. That's why you see it quite a bit popular with the regional airlines. So why is it popular among the regional airlines? Like I said, just good fuel economy. It's cheaper to operate than flying an RJ. And you can basically fly this airplane into big markets. You could go to Newark with it. You could go to Boston out of Toronto, and you can operate to these smaller markets like Kelowna, Kamloops, Prince Rupert, Prince George, and so on. And then, obviously, the E75 seats the same and goes faster. Yeah, we know you love your little Brazilian jet there. It does go faster. It goes further, faster.
Via Dapo cleared the ILS runway 16 approach.
Also costs more.
Dapo cleared the ILS 16.
You guys got Castlegar planned.
Tower 119.6. Bye-bye.
Maybe.
It's going to be 119.6. Yeah.
Maybe. I actually did a practice run when we were practicing for this stream into Castlegar. It was fun. Brought back some very good memories. When they're working, yeah.
Jazz 416, turn right heading 090.
Right turn 090, Jazz 416.
090.
Check.
Set.
Perfect. Yeah, I think at this point here, I'm gonna go on ILS.
I think so too.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
I got it, thanks. ILS 2.
I wish we could bring the Q there in real life. Yeah, probably doable. I believe, was it Canadian or something, brought a 737-200 in there?
And Jazz 460, no disregard.
Yeah, 737s used to go there. Yeah, exactly. So the 200s used to fly in there with, I believe it was Canadian. And we're going through 10,000 here shortly. Lights are on. Pressurization checks.
Approach checklist, please.
Approach checklist. Approach checklist. Flight attendants are advised. Caution lights are checked. The altimeters are 2978 set and cross-checked. GPWS landing flaps 15. Aux pumps are on. EGPWS are on, and approach briefing is complete. Checklist. Approach checklist is complete.
Air Canada 3799, cross DAPO 8300.
8,300 at DAPO, Canada 3977.
Check speed.
Yeah, correcting while you're at it. You want to close up the arrival?
Air Canada 416 via Whitman, cleared the ILS Zulu runway 16 approach. Thanks for your help.
Roger, via Whitman, we're cleared for the ILS Zulu, runway 16 approach, Jazz 416. Alright.
And Jazz 416, we want to be over Whitman at 5,900.
Roger, we got reference terrain, if that helps.
5,900, he said?
Sorry, say again. Yep. For Jazz 416.
Or reference terrain for Jazz 416.
5,900 outside,
confirmed. And I have direct to Whitman.
Okay, roger that.
Number 18.
And Air Canada
confirmed.
3977. What altitude do you assign us again?
8,300.
8,300.
Perfect. And nav is available.
3977. Thanks.
And nav is available. We're on the ILS. I'll take it to visual on the heading.
Okay.
Gonna make it go down a little bit faster so we can get to 5,900 to Whitman.
E75 has better brakes than the Q4. Q4 has no diesel till.
Jazz 414, contact tower 119.6. Bye bye.
119.6, Jazz.
Our flight alternates aircraft between the Q and the CRJ 200 to go to Montreal and my hometown of St. John. Yeah, I went to St. John a lot actually with the Classic as well out of Montreal.
I see he's going to try to sequence one airplane in between us. I'm going to bring it back.
Check. I remember when they flew Dash 8300 in there, so fun. Yeah, flew there lots of times. Did a lot of continuous duties in there as well. So I've been speaking about Vernon. Vernon is just right here. You can see the airport. The town's just hidden by the left-hand post there.
Jazz 422, reduce your slowest forward speed.
And there's 6,900 for 5,900.
I'll sell.
And if you want the arm, the approach, so we don't
Jazz 422,
overshoot.
cut out for me.
Yep.
Did you want us to keep 170 knots for Jazz 416?
Dave, Jazz 416, speed restrictions canceled.
Speed restrictions canceled, thank you.
That's good.
I'll Jazz 422, copy last transmission.
Check.
422,
Yeah, we're headed down to our lower hovering phase for Jazz 422.
Maybe you were around when the Q had the gear failure on departure not too long ago. I believe that was a Q failure. There was 2 back-to-back, but like I said, I haven't flown the Dash 8 in quite a bit of time.
Good, I'll...
Check. Yeah, I haven't installed Orbix, Patrick, I know. My computer, my hardware is coming old, so.
So the glide slope is alive. I'm gonna keep that speed up to 170.
The adapt flow cleared the ILS Zulu runway 16 approach.
So we can let anybody in behind us.
The adapt flow approach for the ILS Zulu. Approach on runway 16 Jazz 422.
Right that above.
Jazz 460, your number
Flaps
2
5.
behind
Flaps 5.
company Dash 8, 11 miles. Contact tower 118.7, bye-bye.
Over to tower 18.7, Jazz 416, take care. Thank you very much.
Glide slope.
Check.
Jazz 212, you with me?
What tower?
Copy.
No, I just failed to retract out of St. John. Ooh, did they forget the pins? Or was it a hydraulic issue? I remember that day. He started turning back and just had gone out to lunch. I always fly the Q because my computer can't handle long flights. Yeah, it would be nicer with Orbix, obviously, but like I said, my hardware is coming, it's getting old. It's still rocking the good old GTX 970, and with the streams, I want to kind of keep it so that we don't drop any frames. Right now, we're showing no frames dropped. We've been live for 2 hours and 17 minutes, so hopefully it stays that way. Target A, Jazz 416, we're final, ILS Zulu 16. Seven. Please tell me I heard him right. I did not. 19.6. That's a failure.
Whoops.
Yeah. 19.6. There we go. Kelowna Tower, good day. Jazz 416, 5 final, runway 16.
Jazz 416, Kelowna Tower, traffic is company Dash 8 just rolling out. Your number 2, continue.
Number 2 and continuing, 416. Thank you, Mr. Brad Crockett. 19.6 it is.
Yes, sir, thank you very much. I'll take gear down, flaps 15, landing checks.
Terrain.
Gear down.
Terrain.
Flaps 15. And you said props 850?
No, props 1020, please.
1020. Cancel that then. Coming up.
Jazz 414, we're clear.
Jazz 414, contact ground 121.7.
127.
Jazz 416, winds 18026, gust 34, clear to land 16.
Clear land 16, Jazz 416.
Autopilot coming off.
Check, clear land. Lights are on.
Q.
And landing, hydraulics are on and checked flight attendants. That is advised. Condition levers are max 1020. Blades are min. Landing gear.
Down 3 green.
Flaps.
15. set and indicating.
1,000.
Yeah, please.
There you go. And landing checklist is complete.
Thank you, sir. Correcting on the glide.
We all want a buttery landing. That's what they're saying. So, I missed a few. Dan better butter it. Lol. We all want a buttery landing. They call Dan the hammer for many reasons.
That's a good one.
So, right. I'm just saying, no pressure.
No pressure. Everybody's watching. I gotta focus now.
Yep. Caution on the glide.
Yeah, correcting.
Butter a shopping cart? Is that possible? No one knows. Only when the runway's wet.
500.
Stable.
Jazz 422 with you, final runway 16.
Jazz 422, traffic is company -8, short final 16, number 2, continue.
Number 2, continue, Jazz 422.
On the glide.
Bruno, do you use reduced DMP into mountain area? Check. No, well, at least on the classic, we'll always land 1200. The winds are somewhat challenging.
Too low. Flaps.
What? Too low flaps.
Too low.
Oh, I gave you flaps 35. Sorry, buddy.
Too low. Flaps.
That was my bad.
No wonder I was fighting it.
Oh, cancel. There you go. Oh, there we go.
Change in lift.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get laughed at by.
No,
down
that was really good. That was really good. And my control.
You got control.
Arrived at our destination. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your package stowed until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Smoking is not permitted. Mobile receiving and transmitting functions may not be used. Before leaving the aircraft,
that's an SMS, Bruno.
Check to ensure you have all
yes,
your
it is.
devices with you.
I'll file it with you again, Matthew.
If you have a connecting flight, please refer to the screens inside the terminal or consult with one of our colleagues on the ground. Thank you for choosing Air Canada, member of Star Alliance, for your travels today. We hope you've had a pleasant flight and look forward to seeing you again. Nous sommes arrivés à destination. Nous vous prions de rester assis avec votre ceinture de sécurité et vos bagages rangés jusqu'à ce que la consigne des ceintures soit éteinte. Il est interdit de l'utilisation des
Just at the sweet 1050 supplement for the classic too. I don't have it to boot.
Avant de quitter l'appareil, il faut s'assurer d'avoir en votre possession tous vos appareils électroniques. Si vous devez prendre un vol de correspondance, veuillez consulter les écrans dans l'aérogare ou s'adresser à l'un de nos collègues au sol. Merci d'avoir choisi Air Canada, membre du réseau Star Alliance
Apron or discretion?
Yes, sir. Apron or discretion. I think we'll take 5.
5? Okay.
Next to the 330.
Next to the 330 it is.
I'll clean it up for you here.
Thank you.
And 5 is no, 7.
7, we're with the jetway. Left.
Where are we going? Hang on. By the Rouge. By the Rouge.
By the Rouge. He told me by the 330. At 5.
30. So yeah. So then it would be. He's at 6. We're going to 7.
Okay.
My bad. Looking the wrong way.
Perfect.
That's my bad.
Yeah, there is another SMS for Matthew. That's 3 now.
Yeah, he's gonna be hands full.
Jaden is in that 330. Jeez.
brings it 3:30.
Alright, here's 7. Taxi light off, please.
Taxi light.
Let's get some ground crew. Ooh, there we go. Come on, there's Scud Runner. There's at least 50 feet difference in landing distance between the flap 15 and flap 35. Alright, let's go a little to the left. Slowly bring it back. There it is. Oh, not what I wanted. There we go. Park brake. Steering. And now we'll wait for the...
The room is good to close.
Perfect. Waiting for the ground power. I was waiting for you guys to shut down number 1 without hydraulics on. Yeah! Let's know.
For sure, without hydraulics on. Well.
Sorry, we kept it in feather. So, sorry to disappoint.
Come on. Requested.
Well, see, this is just like real ops. You'd wait for...
Yeah, definitely.
You'd wait for Dan's buddies to come and plug us. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. I have to tease you.
Aki, was that a minus 7.4 or a minus 74?
Alright, we got power.
Alright, cool.
That's on. And
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kelowna. The Okanagan Valley welcomes you. Have plenty of wine on us.
It's yours, Dan.
I didn't record it, so...
I think the real difference is the flaps 35, your ref 15 most likely, ref plus 5 or minus 15. When do you push for Edmonton?
I say in about 40 minutes from now.
Yeah,
so at
45 minutes. How about that? Nope. I clicked on something I shouldn't have. There we go. Close that. Alright, so that gives me the chance to stretch the legs, get a wash and break, and get myself ready for my leg. Meanwhile, Dan will do the walk around. And door opens, perfect. And we'll get ready that way. We're sluggish with the GPUs. So no worries, Dan. I was lead with Handlex and Service Air Days. Was sluggish with the GPU as well. Thanks, Jay Ricky. So I'll leave for a while. Sounds good. You guys should stretch your legs, get some blood moving, and
it's not good to be sitting for too long.
No, it isn't. It isn't at all. Bruno needs an hour and a half. Reference to last stream, if you guys weren't there.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go get the paperwork inside, hand that to you, and then I'll do what I do best outside.
Sounds good.
And Kelowna ground, Air Canada 1125 Heavy, looking for Fort Edmonton.
Air Canada 1125 Heavy, Kelowna ground. I don't have a flight plan for you. Can you please refile?
Affirm.
Ground Air Canada 3019 is on apron 3, request taxi.
Air Canada 3019, runway 16, altimeter 2979er, taxi by Bravo, Delta, Alpha, hold short 16.
Bravo, Delta, Alpha, holding short of 36, Air Canada 3019.
And Chris, how do you open a rear car door Q400? I just did Shift E and the number 2, and that pulled it up. It opened it up. So try it out.
Kelowna ground Air Canada 3607, like to request taxi.
Air Canada 3607, runway 16, altimeter 2979er, taxi by Bravo, Delta, Alpha, hold short 16.
Bravo, Delta, Alpha, hold short 16, Air Canada 3607.
Kelowna ground, Air Canada 1125 flight plan should be filed now.
Air Canada 1125, roger, clear on request, standby. Air Canada 3019, contact Kelowna Tower 119.6.
119.6, Air Canada 3019, see ya.
Air Canada 1125, Kelowna ground. You're cleared to Edmonton by the notive to departure flight plan route. Depart runway 16, squawk 5107.
I'm back. Has Bruno been called back in yet?
1125, clear to Edmonton by the notive to departure flight plan route. Depart runway 16, squawking 5107.
Ooh, Jeff, crashed to desktop on final.
Air Canada 1125, please back
Sorry
direct.
for your loss,
Start your
man.
discretion, call me for taxi.
Maybe if you want to join us for the next leg, you're more than welcome to. I'm sure there's still a few gates available around.
Ground Air Canada
There's
1030, ready to taxi.
There's another one to go. I think gate 8 is open. And there's somebody parked in us. Amazing.
Oh no.
No, wait, that's my mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. 'Cause I disconnected.
Nope.
That's why. I don't know if you want to. I guess we could reconnect as the next leg as.
Ready to taxi.
Jazz 394 will be our next leg out.
Air Canada 1030, runway 16, altimeter 2979er. Taxi via Bravo, Delta Alpha, hold short 16.
Or did you end up getting the paperwork?
Bravo Delta Alpha, hold short.
Nope, nope, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
Excellent. Alright, lots of stuff here to follow.
Yeah, we said 45. Just had a crash the desktop on final.
Ooh.
Our sympathies. Sorry for your loss.
Yep. Sorry to hear that, Jeff. Hopefully you can join us for the next one. Those things happen.
Mm-hmm. Roma Q40949 SQ2.
Air Canada 3607, contact Kelowna Tower 119er.
Gonna add a little bit of fuel for this line.
19.16.
For good measure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just to make sure that if we're stuck behind Ryan,
yeah,
and we get slowed down to 170 knots for the next 30 minutes, we have enough fuel.
And lucky for you, I got myself some refreshments as well.
Good.
Jazz 923 requesting.
So Bruno, here comes your paperwork.
Excellent. All right, got it.
I'm gonna have it filed.
Jazz 923, Kelowna ground. To clear to Edmonton by the notive to departure flight plan route. Depart runway 16, squawk 5117.
One quick second before connecting.
Yep.
Jazz 923, read back correct.
Full house.
Christian, coming for taxi.
So, 26.
Are you already connected on it?
No.
Somebody already took it. Somebody would already take it.
What'd you do? You can just use
394, Mr. Akio O'Donnell. Taking our flight plan.
That's fine. You can put 1004.
1004.
Or 9, sorry.
9004?
Yeah.
21,000.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 departures with us. That's 7 departures out of Kelowna for Edmonton.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's really good. And if I take a look, it's all either Air Canada or Express airplanes.
No WestJet, which is good. We're gonna keep it this way. VAC all the way.
There you go. So I'm sure Edmonton and Vancouver appreciate your efforts, boys. Let's show them that we can bring them some traffic, and hopefully they'll give us some crisp vectoring into Edmonton. I'm surprised.
9004. Sorry.
9004. Yeah. I'm surprised that Calgary doesn't have that many departures nor arrival. Edmonton's getting all the love.
I don't know if it's just me, but double the airplanes at the gate.
double the airplanes?
Yeah.
Well, the 330 just pushed.
Oh, that's good. He won't blast us. Okay, anyways, that's okay. We're all set up.
Excellent. So I can take that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Excellent. So we're back online. New call sign 9004. So I see Nate Powers is coming into Kelowna.
Air Canada 1125, ready to taxi runway 16.
Ken's going directly to Edmonton.
Air Canada 1125, runway 16, altimeter 2979.
I'm gonna go do the walk around.
Taxi via Delta.
All right, sounds
Alpha,
good.
Hold short 16.
Yeah, be back in a minute.
Delta
Yep.
Alpha, hold short 16.
Michelle's coming back from Prince
1125.
George. Let's see. Flight plan menu. Second page. Nope. First page. Still. Delete. Delete flight plan. Perfect. And flight plan CYLW. We're gonna go Ramra. Return. And Esky. Perfect. CYEG for Edmonton. Perfect. And latest and greatest information out of Edmonton is November. And they're using 20. Perfect. So, arrival. Runway 20. Give you the SQ2. Runway 20. And the RNAV Zulu. 20. There we go. And I'm not going to put any transition on for now. Perfect. So that's done. Fuel-wise, let's see what we've got. We've got a full house, 74. Well, almost full. 20, 24, 14. Perfect. Where's that? We need 7,200 pounds of fuel. We're going to be burning 2,632. Zero. And then I am missing 56231 minus 52945, 3,286. So we're gonna put probably 3,000 pounds in the back and 286 in the front. Calculate that. A little too much. It's 2, so 28 and 4. And 6. So that's updated. Alright, I don't think YEG had ever this much traffic at once in real life. I live in Edmonton and it's pretty boring. I flew in Edmonton quite a bit of times, and yeah, you're probably right. Vancouver is also quiet, so this event definitely brought some traffic to Vancouver. For sure. At least Vancouver gets heavies every day before Corona.
Air Canada 1125, contact tower 119.6.
YEG, all we get is KLM. That is not true. I flew some heavy into Edmonton, but you're right, it's not very often. There you go, fellow Edmonton guy with Patrick. Alright, cancel that, cancel that. Fuel-wise, we're gonna go back here, menu. Perfect. Return. We got 74 passengers. We have 3586. Nope. 74. 187. And it's gonna be by total. No menu. Yeah. Fuel. Come on. And it was 3586. Perfect. 30. Bing! 3586. Excellent. And fuel passengers. That is weird. It's times 74. Yeah. 13. That's 74. There we go. That makes more sense. 56.5 there, and we've got 56.2 in the on paper, so we're good enough. Perfect. And on board we have 72, so we're gonna put that in. 72. Alternate is Calgary with 1618. Our holding in reserve 1375. That's our 30-minute 45-minute buffer, and the extra should be 1,132 of contingency. Perfect. So I'll send that to Dan. Cross-fill that. Cross-fill that. And make sure that his FMS is sequenced. And it is. Perfect. Sims keeps crashing. Screw it. I'm going to V5. Well, I haven't tried out V5 yet, but I've seen pictures and it looks pretty promising.
And I'm back. Sorry it took a while. I just wanted to take a good picture of that 330 departing.
Sounds good. You didn't miss. You didn't miss much.
I'm back.
Have you flown the 310? I have not flown the 310.
I've flown on the 310, but not anything else.
Yeah, same. I've flown on the 310, but have not flown actually at the controls of on the yoke, of the 310. I mean, it's laundry day, no clean glitch. Right, so everything there looks good. That looks good. I want to make sure I get my speeds right here. We're looking at taxi weight 64. So it's going to be same thing, 133. 133. And 135. Perfect. Good. So we have about another 20 minutes before our planned, or at least for what we said we'd go.
Phil, I'm watching you. How dare you? Gotta keep it civil. Scrubbing out the skid marks from my landing. we were gonna allow you in the jump trip, but unfortunately we're gonna have to kick you out on this one.
Oh no, Dad did a good job. Come on, boys.
Bruno was playing with my emotions and changing all the flap settings on final.
Yeah, I don't know why it went to 35. I'm not sure. Dan the Hammer.
The Hammer. That's it. When I start swinging, you better not be around.
Okay. Oh. And remember, guys, I don't know if it's been said recently, but the FSIM Studios code for the event is still available. VAC event. I'll write it down in the chat. Is the promo code for FSIM Studios, and they have the Edmonton scenery and the Kelowna scenery we are using for this live stream. So if you want to head out to their website, if you don't already have the scenery. Is there a gate hold at Kelowna? Not that I'm aware of. No. There you go. Thanks, Brad. So 1, 2, we're the third queue parked. There's a 320 at, I believe that's gate 9. Still going strong with the viewership. Thank you, boys, for sticking around. I know this is kind of a transition portion here, but we're going to be back in the air very shortly.
Yeah, we got about 20 to 25 minutes to get ourselves prepared. We'll be ready.
I've actually got everything done on my side, Dan.
So efficient.
Yeah.
Super.
So I'm just gonna put 8900 here. Nav source back onto FMS. What we could do, if you're ready, let's get a clearance.
Clearance.
And then
clearance.
Yeah. Roger. And then we can probably start briefing from there.
Okay, sounds good. Let me make sure we got everything set up here.
Hello, ground. This is Jazz 394 requesting our clearance.
I'm pushing yours are taking too long. It's all right, Ryan. We'll that'll give us some better spacing so that when we catch up, we're not slowed down.
Air Canada 3977, Kelowna ground. Taxi by Charlie, if in your discretion.
Does Dan have a notebook for when Bruno lands? Sorry, Dan. Landing was great.
That's going to be 394.
And ground Jazz 9004, IFR to Edmonton, please.
Jazz 9004, Kelowna ground, clearance and crest number